Hi, my name is Andre.
Hi, my name is Gordon.
Hi, my name is Ryan.
And our project is Easy Flow.
So the objective of our project is to optimize traffic flow so that it reduces the amount of congestion that happens at intersections, and also to prioritize emergency vehicles in an emergency situation. So the sensors that our project will mainly use are three sensors: a sound sensor, a vision sensor, and a sound amplifier. Now, the sound sensor and the vision sensor will be all mounted at the corners of the intersection and facing the intersection at an elevated height while pointing in a skewed angle. The purpose of this is so that it catches these intersections, by the way, are one-way intersections. So this car goes this way and this car goes this way. So the purpose of the sensor is to catch the intersection at such an angle that it can measure the contrast, for the vision sensor, so that it can measure the contrast between the cars and the black road. This will provide the technology that we're going to use for the vision sensor to measure which direction of traffic flow has a higher congestion rate. So if there's more of a contrast in a certain direction, we know to prioritize the green lights in that direction to ease the traffic flow. The second sensor that we're going to use is the sound sensor. Now the sound sensor is going to be mounted on the same pole as the vision sensor. The sound sensor basically will pick up, let's just say in this scenario, an emergency vehicle is approaching this way, but the traffic is highly congested at this side. So now, naturally, without the sound sensor, our system works so that the traffic flow in this direction would flow first to ease congestion. But since there's an emergency vehicle over here, it's going to prioritize the emergency vehicle using the sound sensor. Now, the way that the sound sensor works is that it has a diaphragm in it, and the diaphragm vibrates when it detects a sound, and that sound, the mechanical energy from the vibrating diaphragm is converted into electrical energy. So when the emergency vehicle approaches with its sirens on, it will alert the sensor, and that sensor will alert the signals through our system, which will prioritize the emergency vehicle so that it has the ease of traffic. This will help reduce the rates or the time that a car has to the emergency vehicle has to slow down while approaching an intersection, so that the police officer doesn't have to look both ways and make sure people aren't going before he can get to wherever he has to go, or ambulances or fire departments.
So for the building blocks of our Envision system, we'll be using two sensors, a vision sensor and a sound sensor. For the vision sensor, we'll be using cameras that detect the contrast between each lane in the road. And based on the lane that has a higher contrast, our system will recognize the traffic in that lane and prioritize it by letting the lights go green and letting traffic go through. As for sound, we'll be using a sound sensor. So in our sound sensor, we have embedded a sound amplifier in that. And when the emergency vehicles come, the sound emitted by the vehicle will be amplified by our sound amplifier. And our system will find the approximate arrival of the vehicle, and when it's close, the lights will turn green and it will let the emergency vehicle pass. And when the lights are done changing, the system will repeat itself.
The largest application for our system Easy Flow is going to be towards the government. The government is in charge of all intersections and the larger highway system. So being able to have a better optimized traffic flow will be beneficial towards them. Additionally, we will be able to allow cars, like emergency vehicles, to be able to consistently go through all the intersections because the lights will be timed to allow them to go by the time they arrive to the intersection. And traffic won't be stop and go, it'll be easy flow. Secondly, the environment. Traffic causes a lot of idle time, and all this idle time produces more and more harmful emissions to the environment. And by shortening the idle times, it'll also cut greenhouse emissions to our environment. Traffic is one of the highest causes of stress in commutes, and so by lowering the traffic rates, we will lower the stress caused by commutes. Thirdly, and lastly, is going to be academia. Although our system is only two intersections, if you were to scale this up on a larger field, you'd be able to tell and look at mean times and be able to optimize systems currently out there for the better.
What is this traffic? Why can't the government fix this?
Hey sir, are you a government employee by any chance?
Yeah?
Well, have you heard of Easy Flow?
Is that a laxative?
No, are you constipated?
No.
No, Easy Flow is our project idea.